There's some people out there that think in 2 months the bull market will end. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this, but first let's talk about some crazy news. I'll try not to laugh on this one, but after a decade of searching in a Bitcoin garbage dump for a computer hard drive with about $1 billion of Bitcoin, James Howells officially announced he has given up. Now, this guy, he's mined like thousands and thousands of Bitcoin, right? And he didn't think it was going to do anything, so he threw out his hard drive, and it went into a dump, and he spent over like a decade looking for this hard drive. But as Satoshi says, it's just giving back to the community. So thank you very much, James. You've done us a great service. But you know what? It kind of sucks. I hope he at least has some Bitcoin, even though, think about it this way. He probably had bought Bitcoin, like, even though, just as a hedge in case he couldn't find the rest of those Bitcoin. That would be my guess. I think he's smart enough. All right, now let's go over to China. China is going to allow a launch of its first crypto stablecoin. FT reports this. So what is that? It's a CBDC. So anytime you hear a government talking about a stablecoin, it's a CBDC, okay? I hope you're connecting the dots here. I know some people are like super excited about stablecoin regulations. These people do not understand how government works. Okay, they don't, all right? They're pretty useless to even listen to at this point, because if they can't figure out stable coins being CBDCs, they won't be able to figure out anything in this space whatsoever. They're just unfollow them. Moving on, we also have the Kobisi letter saying, over the last 24 hours, President Trump has doubled tariffs on India to 50%, imposed additional 15% on tariff on Japan, announced 100% tariffs on semiconductors, said pharmaceutical tariffs of 250% coming soon. Now, here's a great tweet from QE Affinity responding to this. I honestly don't believe trade deal negotiations will ever end. I agree with that. If Trump, okay, so whenever you see Trump or whatever, just cross out Trump, put in the Federal Reserve, okay? That's how it works. That's how the world works. The world is run by central banks, not presidents, politicians, or any of these guys, okay? If you haven't figured that out by now, you got to start watching my channel, because I'm here to educate you. Okay, so if Trump Federal Reserve doesn't like how a country acts in any way, he will just whack them with another tariff. So this is all just theater right here. Okay, this is to impoverish a nation. That's what tariffs are essentially doing right now in the United States. So it's clear that the Federal Reserve is not going to give any clear rules, which is going to force other nations not to ever do business with the United States. I mean, who's going to do business with somebody that constantly changes their mind every time the wind changes, okay? That's where the US is going. I've been warning this, and I have more proof of this, but there's a silver lining here. I'm telling you this because I want you guys to understand how important Bitcoin is, because Bitcoin is going to absolutely thrive in this environment. A lot of people are like, oh no, this is really bad for tech stocks, this is bad for the economy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but inflation, that's what you need to keep your eye on. Bitcoin is the inflation hedge that is going to save you from this stuff, okay? Because your wages aren't going to outpace this. Now let's go over to the Federal Reserve. Fed Cook says stock valuations are quite elevated and certainly concerning. What does that mean? It means that there's probably not going to be a rate cut. But it doesn't matter. Bitcoin doesn't need a rate cut, as you probably know this by now if you've been following this channel. Like, we bottomed in November 2022, and we had 5 consecutive rate hikes right after that. And guess what Bitcoin did? But nobody talks about that, do they? Why? Because they're all parrots. They don't do any research. Moving on, we have the surge in unemployment among new entrants, all right? So this is Sam Carson on Twitter. The July spike in unemployment wasn't driven by layoffs. It was driven by new entrants, mostly young job seekers, including recent grads, especially college-educated men, entering a market disrupted by AI and slowing demand. The system isn't absorbing them, it's rejecting them. As I've said before, AI is going to make a lot of people's jobs obsolete because AI can simply do that. And I think you're starting to see this now. This is really important. If the next thing I'm going to cover is probably the most important thing if you have kids to listen to. Really write this down. College is no longer a safety net for men, okay? I would say for women as well, but young male college grads are now unemployed at the same rate as men without degrees. For women, college still provides a clear advantage in job security. AI is wiping out the kinds of jobs college-educated men used to count on. Check out this graph right here. Proof is in the pudding, all right? So that is going to continue. AI is literally going to engulf the world right now, okay? And the thing is, if your kid is just going to like learn a trade or something, that's great, cool. You know, like doing plumbing, building a house, that's fantastic before robots start to do that, because that's what's going to happen. But right now, I think that's really important to understand, and if they're going to go to college for something that they don't really know anything about, why not just put that money into Bitcoin or something, or start your own business? Because right now is the time to put your money into inflation hedges, not 5 years from now when they graduate, because you don't understand how bad things are going to get in 5 years from now. I mean, it just keeps getting worse. That is why I'm sharing you with this news. Now, moving on to the last story about, is this going to be the last 2 months of the bull market? Here's Rect Capital on Twitter. If Bitcoin is going to peak in its bull market in September, October 2025, as per historical halving cycles, that's only 1 to 2 months away. Now, here's the thing, like you can't, it's hard to determine when the end of this bull market is going to be. Like, for instance, I really thought September, October, November would probably be the end of the bull market. I could be wrong. I could be. I don't know. Nobody really knows. But I can tell you one thing, that the last bull market was cut off prematurely. As you know, that FTX collapse, you had Anchor Protocol going down, which destroyed the lending platforms. So that kind of stalled out the bull market completely, and FTX was just the final nail in the coffin that brought us down to 15,500. But the thing is, right now we are not experiencing typical bull market parabolic phases right now, like sentiment, because I haven't been getting any phone calls. I don't see CNBC talking about Bitcoin on its front page every single day, talking about which altcoins they should get into, because that's what happens. That's what you're going to see during a parabolic blow off top. And sentiment is kind of just neutral right now. So, and it's pretty boring. I can also see it through engagement on Twitter, YouTube, and so can other YouTubers as well. It might take a little bit longer. Because once you start seeing that stuff, that's when you know it's near the end. And we're starting to see it with people like Scottie Pippen, you know, showing off their Solana jerseys or whatever. But it can happen, okay? The last phase of the bull market can happen really, really fast. And it's a hockey stick. It's crazy. You'll be just like, you won't even believe what you're seeing in the prices. So with that said, let me know what you think. If you think we have 1 to 2 months of the bull market, or do you think we're going to go way beyond that? And with that said, check out learningcrypto.com if you want to see my thoughts on the market, if you want to see what we bought and when we are selling and when we are going to be preparing for the next bear market. Talk to you soon.